Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Bro You Haven't podcast, hosted by your Triforce of Geekdom, me, JJ, a link to the past Harding, Josh, the sword that seals away the darkness Aitken, and our very own Twilight Princess, Adam Claydon. This week, we discuss one of the greatest achievements in gaming to date, from gaming's most beloved franchise. So, gather some Korok turds and smash some pots as we dive into The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild! Ba-ba-ba-ba!
We've made it to episode 10!
Who'd have thought it? I'm expecting a letter from the Queen at any time.
The Queen of Hyrule?
Who'd have thought that 3 boys could have done this all the way to Hyrule, crowned and knighted by Queen Zelda herself?
Oh,
Princess Zelda.
Did you just assume she's a princess?
would she be a queen by now? That's what I'm saying.
Listen, if it's not canon, if it's not part of the confusing Zelda timeline, then I don't care.
How have we all been?
I've been good, yeah. How you's been? Yeah, my brain melted there.
Yeah, you sounded... You okay? Do you want to start again?
No, I'm. You know what it is. I was talking to JJ about it, and I mentioned to you. It's because I'm intermittent fasting just now, and so I only eat between the hours of 2 and 10, and it's hell. Yeah, it's fucking hell, man.
It's agony.
Agony.
Far more painful than yours.
JJ, what have you been doing this week?
What do you mean, what have I been doing this week? You know what I've been doing this week.
Playing Fall Guys.
Yeah, playing Fall Guys, and...
wanking your dad off.
And there's the sex with your dad jokes, ladies and gentlemen. That was early.
Yeah, it was very early.
Okay, I'm gonna continue with a sex with your dad joke. This week I have been balls deep in English grammar because I've been doing a course.
That's so exciting.
So if our listeners have managed to get to episode 10 of the Bro You Haven't podcast and don't speak English,
And they don't speak English.
then I'm here to teach you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've just got yourself a free teacher.
Yep.
On Acast, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts.
Episode 11 is just Bro You Haven't the alphabet.
Bro You Haven't the alphabet.
A is for Adam.
Yep, so come to me with all your English questions and I might be able to answer them.
English.
What's an English question?
Do you take sugar? That's an English question.
Would you like sugar in your tea?
Do you take sugar?
How do you have your teas? I just have black.
I shall bless this marriage with my stodgy English penis.
I take my tea with 2 and a Q, so 2 sugar and milk.
Ah, lovely. And JJ, I'm guessing that you just drink protein shakes.
Yeah, I'm the same as Josh. 2 and a Q.
Do you know what else I did this week? I said to JJ as well, I finished Avatar The Last Airbender.
Oh, we have to do an episode on it.
We do like Avatar The Last Airbender.
I've watched it about 8 times. I usually watch it when I'm stressed out. I watch it for like A levels and shit.
Yeah, I get that, man. It's so like low stakes. It's like high stakes, but like low stakes. Like no one's gonna die. You know what I mean?
Like watching Golden Balls.
Apart from at the end of season 1, where she turns into the moon. That was really bizarre,
yeah.
but I liked it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Oh, he had a beautiful voice, didn't he?
He had a beautiful fucking round ass. A plump, bare ass.
Tappable.
I wonder how he got his nose blue.
Anyway. What are we talking about again?
This is a very special week, isn't it?
What are we talking about?
By all rights, you should still be a virgin.
It's Breath of the Wild, baby.
Because I got these.
For those at home, JJ had his massive ass cheeks out there and was just slapping them into me.
Because of these bones, hun. My anaconda does.
Yeah, so it's Breath of the Wild this week.
Breath of the Wild.
We thought we'd treat you with a special 10th episode.
One of the greatest games of all time. Our 10th-anniversary.
10th anniversary. We originally talked about doing this one a lot earlier.
We did.
But I'm glad we've waited because this is one of our favourite games, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. It's up there with me.
It's so incredibly up there. I think it's in my top. It is in my top 3.
Yeah, it's probably in my top 3, to be fair.
I'd probably agree with that as well.
Yes!
So, what did you get it at launch, or did you wait and get it late, or?
No, I got it pretty late because I haven't had the best luck with money, especially at uni. I played it on my friend Dom's console first.
Friend of the pod?
Friend of the pod?
Friend of the pod, Dom, shout out. Respect!
Yeah, so I played it there first, and then when I moved into my flat here, we then got a Switch, and I've played it again. But when I moved here, I played the shit out of it, like 100% in kind of thing. Like, it kind of got ridiculous. Like, I got the Tunic of the Wild and stuff like that.
Sick. JJ has the Tunic of the Wild!
Yeah, baby.
I'm
Give me those sweet unlockables.
Full time I was cutting about in my cut-off, man, my bandana. That sweet climbing gear.
Sweet climbing gear, man.
Amazing. Oh, so amazing.
He looks like Axl Rose.
Slaying those tunes.
Mate, he looks amazing. Mate, I want some of those leggings. I actually looked online for the leggings that he wears, the climbing leggings.
Did you?
I was like, I wonder if somebody's made some.
Where would you ever wear them?
Guys have started wearing, like, 3/4 length leggings to the gym.
Not guys that are fashionable. Might I add.
They look pretty cool.
JJ, do you reckon that if you wore these climbing leggings, you wouldn't, or maybe you would still have a spleen?
Oh, maybe.
Do you not have a spleen?
No, man.
I don't know that.
No, I had an accident when I was like 13, 14. Basically, my friend said, "Oh, I bet you can't chicken hop this railing," and I was like, "Yeah, I can."
First off, I don't know what that is, but go on.
All right, so a chicken hop is basically when you land on one leg on the other side and then jump.
Just a hop.
What I thought was,
Jeté, grand jeté.
I held my right leg, okay, and just jumped with one foot.
Like you're in the disco.
Yeah.
And I made it not far enough, and I whacked my stomach on this railing, and my spleen split in half inside of me.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Ah.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
God, man.
Oh, sorry, man. I forget you don't like blood or anything, do you?
The thought of that.
When you told me that story a few weeks ago, it made me feel physically sick.
Look at his face.
How hard you would have to hit that railing to physically rupture your
Pretty
spleen. Hard. God, man.
The Scotsman has gone he's like a sheet, like a white sheet. He's just gone vroom.
Don't like it. I do not like it. Grievous bodily harm. Sorry for being against that.
Didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, well done. Thank you. So JJ's given us a list this week of things to learn and things to talk about because he wants us to get it really right. And it's mine and Josh's job to deviate from this list as much as possible.
well, you know...
I love this game so much that I want to give it justice.
How much have I...
We've already done 2 of them.
How much have I went over?
Done 2 of them.
How many times did I read this email?
He sent it twice with amendments.
I read it 0.5 times.
Who the hell's Zelda? She's not on my mailing list.
Didn't I match with her sometime on Tinder?
Oh, she's finally got back to me.
I skimmed it and thought, yeah, that'll be fine.
So, first 5 hours of the game, what did we think?
This is where we're in the training segment on the Great Plateau.
Think back to when you first played it.
I first played it. First time I turned this game on, it was New Year's Eve. I was drunk.
There's a surprise.
And I just finished Mario Odyssey, so I started playing.
Oh, nice.
Breath of the Wild at like 4 a.m. because I was wide awake.
Yeah.
I remember the first 5 hours of playing it, just constantly wanting to tell people about it.
Yeah.
Just constantly being like, man, check this game out. But I think I only really properly started appreciating it and what the game was doing. See when you first knock down a tree. See, just the mechanic of that. That is when I first really, really appreciated what was happening and kind of got what was happening and stuff like that. I feel like there's a bit near the start where you can knock down a tree and then use the trunk like a bridge to get across a wee bit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. That bit.
To get to the Stasis Shrine.
Shrine. I was like, wow, this is pretty fucking awesome.
Do you know, in Master Mode, in that area, there's a Lionel. on the Great Plateau.
Yeah.
As soon as you wake up.
In the training section.
Yep.
Fuck that, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever beaten one in real life.
It's funny, I just the by the time you're at the end, how powerful you are if you look back. Like, it's one of them games.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing for most kind of RPG style games, but like this one especially, because a lot of it's like learning mechanics and getting really good at mechanics,
like parrying or dodging and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, the parrying. Oh, my Guardian parry. Humble brag. It's fucking on point. My Guardian parry is ping. No thanks, mate.
That's what I was going to mention about the opening section. Is you're thrown into this world, and you're kind of guided a little bit on the Great Plateau by the former king of Hyrule. But you're thrown straight in against most of the enemies you're going to be facing in the game, apart from your Lionels, apart from your big like golems and stuff.
apart from Ganon.
The Guardians are there straight away. Yeah, Ganon. And the Guardians are there straight away. And the first time you encounter one of those, and they just fucking blow you up because you've only got 3 health hearts. And you're like, oh shit, is this game going to be like this the whole time? Fuck, I'm going to die. You are going to die a lot of times playing this game.
Yeah.
When I first turned it on, I got to admit, there was a trailer and I saw like the ancient arrow come out and it looked like really future-y. And I was like, oh no. I was like, oh, they're going to mess this up.
What's the one with the aliens? The Twilight Princess or Marauders?
It's Twilight Princess is kind of alien, but it's not overly, but I know what you mean.
No, Twilight Princess is like...
Maybe Skyward Sword.
It was their version of like the dark.
Yeah.
Okay,
Skyward Sword, they had the dudes who ran off like time energy. Do you remember them?
Vaguely.
Yeah, they were pretty odd. And they used to go... But yeah, I was kind of worried. And then as soon as I played it, I looked into the open world and I was just like, oh my god. This is spot on.
Yeah.
Like, it is a proper open world. Anywhere you can go to it whenever you want.
Well, it's the fact is you can go and fight Ganon right at the start if you want. You're just gonna lose.
That's what speedrunners do, isn't it?
Yeah, they go right at the start.
They go right to Ganon.
I was reading an article saying that speedrunners, they tend to play it in German because apparently the text comes up faster. So they changed the language to German and they just speedrun straight to Ganon and somehow managed to beat him with a twig. I don't get it, but
There's like always exploits, man. Especially with Zelda games, there's always exploits for bosses.
Yeah.
Like intentional ones though. It's not like glitches. There's always intentional exploits.
well, that goes back all the way to the Game Boy. Like you used to be able to.
Yeah.
There were so many glitches in old games. It's sort of like a nod back to the old times. Going, look, we make them on purpose now, so it's like a nod back. I don't know.
Ocarina of Time for glitches. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Majora's Mask for glitches.
Yeah,
Oh.
man. There was one you could defeat Ganon with a fishing rod at the end of it.
Yeah, that's Ocarina. That's
really
Ocarina.
easily.
That's very funny.
It's the sense of creativity that comes with this game that it really, really inspires you to do things.
Playfulness.
Playfulness,
There's
yeah.
no one way.
I spent, it must have been a good few hours. You know how there's a place you end up at a point, or you can end up at a point where it's kind of like a river, kind of going down, but it's like big fucking cliffs.
The Zora place.
Oh yeah, the Zora.
No, not the Zora place. It's like really near the Great Plateau. It's like there's a couple of cliffs really high up, and you can kind of go down this river with your raft, with a raft. I spent so fucking long trying to fly this raft with the balloons. I was like attaching balloons to the raft with my big leaf.
Nice.
Trying to like fly this raft, man, and I'd always get like a little bit really like close to like the top of the cliffs, and then one of them would pop. One of them would pop, right? And but two of them
literally at last second.
But like there'd be one, so like some of them would still be like active, so it would still be floating, but the full thing would like tip, so it was like vertical, and then I'd be like hanging onto this fucking thing, man. I was getting so much fun, man. I might go back and play it actually. I might do another campaign on it actually.
This game completely encourages experimentation, I think, and full immersion, because you're not spoon-fed from the start. Yes, you're told about your different abilities, your stasis, and which is the magnetic one, isn't it? You're told about these abilities, but you're not told that if you go on top of a mountain that's cold, that you're going to freeze to death. You've got to find that out yourself.
Yeah, freeze to death.
And then you've got to find some chilies, and then you've got to find out how to cook.
Yeah, you got to find some chilies or like some warm clothing.
Yeah, but no one tells you about that. You just have to go and experience it.
It's little things like that.
I like the idea of like looking at something and being like, Can I do that? Like, you know that idea of like,
Yeah.
I wish I can I do that? And then you go and try it, and then you actually can do it, and you're like, oh, sick.
Can I drop this iron door on top of a Lionel? Well, I'm going to try it anyway.
I'm going to do it.
Drop the iron door, electric arrow.
Sorted.
Oh, so good. So what Zelda games did you play before this one then?
I have a lot of memory of playing Twilight Princess as a kid.
Twilight Princess was my favourite.
I don't think it was my favourite one, but I played that as a kid, and I also played... Wasn't Majora's Mask, was it? No. What's the one... It was on GameCube. That was Twilight
Wind
Princess.
Waker.
It was...
Wind Waker.
No, it wasn't Wind Waker. I think I played...
Ocarina.
Oh, Twilight Princess then.
I played Twilight Princess. It must have been Ocarina of Time. It must have been. I don't know. There was one, and I distinctly remember running around a little village at the start.
Is it a village and there's a goat, and you have to stop the goat?
Is that Twilight Princess?
That's Twilight Princess.
Yeah, it's probably Twilight Princess, the one I've played.
Well, for me, with Nintendo, this is difficult. We're doing a Zelda episode, but it was the first game I've played, Breath of the Wild Zelda game, since Wind Waker on this GameCube.
Mm.
Do you want me to tell you why? Because I played so much Pokemon.
You're a big Pokemon guy.
Mario Odyssey was the first Mario game I ever bought. Like, apart from, like, Mario Kart.
What?
Really?
Mario Odyssey was the first Mario game you ever bought?
Because I played Pokemon. And that's how I associated Nintendo. So when
Did you have a GameCube?
Yeah, on GameCube.
I am so upset.
Do you know what the first Mario game I actually proper bought was? I had Super Mario Brothers on the GameCube. But in the Game Boy. I had Super Mario Bros. On the Game Boy, but the first one I properly bought was Super Mario Party 7.
Yeah.
That's the first one I actually spent money on.
Mario Party is fun. They should add Link to that. They add Link to Mario Kart, why not?
Yeah. He's on Mario Kart, the new one.
It's really cool, man.
I had Wind Waker and I had Ocarina of Time as like a double bundle on the GameCube. But I hadn't played them since for 15 years or whatever. So when I was so fresh going into Breath of the Wild, because it was a completely different world to me. Like, I hadn't embraced it much before.
Well, this is the thing with Breath of the Wild. It's both... It completely rewrites the formula, but somehow still keeps some elements. So, like, the dungeons aren't find the tool, use the tool in the dungeon, fight the boss, get out the dungeon. You have all the tools at the beginning. You are given your dungeon abilities from the start.
Yeah, you are.
And there's, what is it, like 130 odd shrines?
120 shrines.
120 mini dungeons. That's brilliant. I genuinely thought that was amazing.
The mazes, the labyrinths are excellent as well. There's 4 of them dotted around.
My favourite armour in the game is found in those labyrinths. Woo! Yeah, barbarian.
Stay protected, guys. Got to get your prophylactics.
I like the shit like that that's like, it's like hidden stuff. You know what I mean? It's like hidden stuff that there's no hint towards it. You get some, like, for instance, the shield. Is it the Shield of Hyrule or whatever, where it's like in the basement of the castle, but nothing points you towards that. I found it on Google and then I went down and got it, but like...
There's a shrine underneath Hyrule Castle, which doesn't appear at all until you light a brazier. But nothing tells you that.
I love that shit. Did you get the Ganon horse you can find? Ganon's horse?
Of course I got Ganon horse.
Yeah, me too.
I called him Gooden because he was so big.
I called him Cash, like Johnny Cash.
Nice.
I called him Glue.
Ha!
Sorry, I called him School Burgers.
Morrison's or whatever. Asda.
There must be loads of protein in horses. So, we touched on the exploration a bit. What do you think of the way it approaches story? Because it is so open, and you don't feel obligated to do anything in particular, because you can do anything you want anyway.
Well, you've got all the kind of flashback things as well.
Yeah, I liked them. I liked chasing them because it felt like a reward when I found them. The cutscene was a reward rather than a requirement.
I think the way it formats the story, it makes it a lot more immersive in a sense. Like, it puts you... It's very easy to put yourself into the character, because... You know, they leave the elements of story to you purposely going and finding them out.
As you would discover them in real life yourself if it was you, exactly.
Where other places don't really manage to do that is because they just give you your backstory straight off the... Well, not your backstory, but they give you the story. This is what's happened. This is who you are. This is why you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can completely avoid the whole story and just go get Ganon straight away, but then you miss out on so many of the intricacies and the...
You miss out on thick Zelda.
And the characters as well. The characters in the world.
The thickest Zelda we've seen.
Zelda is hella thick. She's beautiful. She's beautiful in this one.
She's a very beautiful lady. Would you?
Yes.
Who wouldn't?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I plead guilty.
What's the town called where you've got to sneak in as a lady?
Yeah, that's the big people.
Kakariko.
No, the one where it's the ladies. That's all the
you've
women.
got to sneak in wearing your little
The desert.
little bikini.
Oh, Gerudo.
Gerudo, yeah. And they're like, "You can't come in, you man," and just chuck you out. I love that. It's funny.
Yeah, because you're a Vi, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's just when you see that guy, he's obviously wearing ladies' clothing, but he's so buff.
Yeah.
He's got a white beard underneath this sash, and but like one of the voice options is like, this is the difference between like our culture and like Japan, isn't it? Because like one of the options is, hang on, you're a man.
It's just so blatant. Everything's so like forward.
And the other one is, you're very beautiful. I love it.
Should we do a bro you haven't from Tokyo? Let's go right now.
Hold on, I'll get on the plane.
Let's go to Japan right now and do it.
Okay, so...
Oh, can I carry on, JJ, please?
Yes.
No, kidding on, I.
How dare you defy me?
Oh, it's quite early on. I think it's when you first go to Kiko village.
Kakariko.
The KKK.
Yeah, the KKK village, and they give you your like memory cards, and you've got to go out into the world and find alternative ways you can go and experience the backstory and experience what happened to Link before you go out, and you have to find these real life locations. When you actually do all of them, you get a little secret cutscene at the end, which is quite cool. It's Zelda banging Link. And that's just it, constantly,
mercilessly. Link doesn't speak because he's still in shock from how amazing it was.
Yep, hentai.
The fairy pools were cool.
What was
The
that?
fairy pools.
The fairy pools. I thought that was a homophobic slur, then, mate. Sorry.
They were very reminiscent of hentai.
Mate, the fairies are very promiscuous ladies. If you want that full armor, you gotta put out. Link's just a little gigolo Link, like, I really need the best. Could I have this max upgraded? Well, last thing we had was a kiss. So this one's going to cost you a little extra, little boy. Because he's short, not because he's young.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, that's very suspect.
He's 100 years old.
He's 117 at least.
You've been corrupted throughout this first series, JJ. You've been corrupted to our smutty ways.
You need to wait until he's 118.
Oh my god.
The age of consent in Hyrule is 118.
So the only person who's had sex in Hyrule other than Link and the fairies is Impa?
Foxy.
Foxy.
I've got very sexual here all of a sudden.
I really enjoyed cooking. I think the fact that health wasn't just
regenerative,
it was an event. Like you had to prepare before you went anywhere or tackled a difficult enemy.
100%, man.
You know, like up in your defense or up in your attack.
Definitely.
The fact that you could only have one either attack or defense active at the same time, that was interesting for me.
Yeah, I like that mechanic though, because you just spam it otherwise. You have to actually think about it.
So I'd wear the barbarian gear.
Armor.
So I wore the barbarian set, okay? Which if you max upgrade it, you can do if you have a two-handed weapon, you can spin for absolutely ages.
Yeah, I
it's
remember
so
that,
handy. But it boosts your attack to high heavens, and he's wearing some sort of beast skull on his head, and he's
he is.
got the fur loincloth. He looks so great. It's so good.
I like the beast one when you jump down into that skull on the floor, and there's the guy who's got sells all the monster equipment, and you can buy the monster helmet, and you can sneak next to all the enemies, and they just don't know you're there because they think you're one of them. That was quite funny.
Oh, when he puts on the Lionel helmet and he puffs out his chest when he's standing next to him.
Ooh, look at me, I'm a Lionel.
It's so cute. But that's what he does. If all the helmets, he does all their motions. So, like, if you put on a bokoblin helmet, he, like, gets his arms and kind of waves him a bit like that.
No, he does. Oh, yeah, he does. Like, he copies their physicalities, doesn't he?
Josh, what did you wear?
Climbing gear, man. Always the climbing gear. I'm a big fan of having the high ground in a battle.
Yeah.
So you used a lot of bows then as well?
Got my bow out. I'd climb to advantage. Then we'd fuck them up, throw bombs and shit.
Ping them off from above.
See, I was always quite in your face. So the barbarian gear was the one for me.
What about the weather mechanics? Like with your climbing gear, did you obviously the rain is probably the second worst thing apart from Ganon in the game.
Can't climb in the rain, man.
Well,
Lightning. I fucking loved lightning.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was great, man.
Your metal gear conducts the lightning. You can throw your sword.
Yeah.
You throw your sword at the right time into a bunch of enemies.
Metal Gear.
Fucking hits all of them with the lightning. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
One time, right, I was at, so you're talking out to the right of the map. Now you've got a couple of shrines there and there's some beaches and islands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, see how there's like a big cliff face?
Learning.
Aye, like, there's a big cliff face there up kind of corner.
Lurian? Yeah.
Big, massive, tall cliffs. I was up there, like, fighting some enemies, and for whatever reason, they kept fucking me up. And it was just like normal enemies, man, but they just kept getting me. And one of the fights, they like blew something up, and I like flew off the cliff.
Oh fuck!
But I survived because I landed on a bit that was like jutting out. I had half a health left. I had like half a heart left health, lying on this like fucking thing, man. Try to climb back up.
Man.
Starts raining as I'm trying to climb back up to get to them, man. Horrible,
You
mate.
can't climb back up.
Nah, I couldn't climb back up.
Oh,
Couldn't get down.
That is stressful.
Oh, bless him, man.
There's something really satisfying about I was doing the master mode, the master sword trials. So in the DLC where you can upgrade the master sword. I was doing some of them, and it was that one where they're all skeletons, but they're all on horses. They're on skeleton horses as well.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where there was 3 of them coming at me, and I just got the middle one, pulled my bow, shot him off, and hooked onto the horse, span back around, and then just started going with a spear.
It's like Legolas.
Yeah, literally.
I think I've got it filmed, so I'll put it on the socials.
Oh man, we should start doing that. I don't know why we've not thought about doing that. Gaming clips.
Did you guys go to? Did you guys go to? You obviously have because we've all played the game. But Eventide Island.
Mate, Eventide Island. That was like some Bear Grylls shit.
One of my favourite parts of the game.
Loved it.
You arrive on this island and they take, as part of the trial, they take away all of your equipment and they don't give it back to you until the end. So you've got to like scavenge, almost like Rust style.
It's almost like the beginning again.
Yeah, survival, man. Just stealth.
Fight a troll thing and...
Oh, I love the High Noxes. The High Noxes are really fun. Bum 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 bum.
To see a guy got caught out. I mean, it wasn't like what are you doing that? It's just like a funny thing. It was like an author recently, and he was writing a book about like Genghis Khan and that kind of time period, and he was trying to look for like names for like food that they were eating, and he just googled it and ended up it was like bokoblin stew and all that he used and shit like that.
So.
And he didn't know, and then he's left it in, apparently. Like, he's just said, that's quite funny. He said, my bad. But they were all like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he says, like, he's got, like, hot-footed frogs and stuff like that as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hyrule Herb.
Yeah, it was Hyrule Herb was one of them.
There's, like, 900 Korok seeds in the game. And have you collected all of them?
Yeah, and you get a big fucking gold shit.
Golden shit.
You get a golden shit at the end of it.
Golden shit at the end of it.
So not worth it.
No.
You'd think it would be something cool, like maybe like even if it was like a Korok mask.
Yeah.
Which I know you can get anyway.
Yeah,
but...
exactly. Like a gold Korok, but we're not just a gold shit.
And you're just like, oh. Yeah, the description is, it smells funny. And then you kind of think, oh my god, what have I been collecting the whole time? And
yeah, I know.
It's probably just been Korok shits.
Like that coffee, like cat poo coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
It's the most expensive coffee in the world.
I don't understand people. Panther that's been fed berries and shit it in your cup.
Is that the most expensive fucking coffee in the world?
The most expensive coffee in the world goes through, a cat's stomach. They swallow it and then shit it out. And then they use those beans. They roast them. And then they sell them to
the rich. Probably Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, what a dickhead.
Yeah, you're going to work for Jeff Bezos soon, though.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He didn't get the job.
JJ is not going to work for Jeff Bezos then.
I got so far, and
it's okay. There's better things on the horizon.
And he got so far, right? Jeff Bezos came out personally to interview him.
Yeah.
He took one look at him, and he said to JJ, he says, "You know, Mr. Harding, You're just too intimidating.
Yep.
I can't have you at my company.
You're just too dense. You're going to crush the boxes.
He knew that you were pals with me. Man, that Josh could bestow you with so much power that you could take over this company.
You could take over the company.
The similar levels of power to Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. The most powerful being in the Lovecraft universe.
So Satoru Iwata, the Nintendo director, died during the making of this game.
Oh.
And have you looked into the stuff that they implemented in the game as sort of a tribute towards him?
No.
I feel like I did, but I can't remember it, so tell me.
So Satori Mountain is a mountain in the game, and was named after him, basically.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah, it
but
is.
atop that mountain, there's this beautiful, tranquil sort of pool with a really beautiful tree, almost like Game of Thrones style tree. And if you go there at a certain time, like on a certain day of the year... Whoa, doggy!
Oh, my dog's going mental. Hold on.
That's right, I'll continue my story. If you go there at a certain time of the day, at night, and you sneak through the bushes, you can see this little, like, glowing, almost like buck, like a Patronus.
Yeah, the Lord of the Mountain.
Yeah.
You can ride him.
You can ride him as well, and that was sort of their tribute towards him.
Oh, that's really nice.
And if you take a photo of him, there's a really beautiful inscription that comes up that says, like, oh, he's always watching over us, and yeah, I thought it was just really sweet.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
But he's dead.
Oh, bless him.
Death comes to us all, so...
Not Josh.
Josh Bezos.
I'm actually 700 years old and Josh is 900. He's got a couple years on me.
By feeding on the blood of frogs.
Children.
Frogs and children.
Tadpoles.
Children frogs. Tadpoles. I eat tadpoles.
He feeds on the blood of tadpoles.
Yeah. Well, by drinking coffee that's been once filtered through a frog and then through a child, I've been able
Get
to...
away from the log! Josh Aitken's coming to eat the children.
It's just like me coming out, man. Just me like...
Hold on.
Oh, dear. Like Mr. Burns when he appears out of the woods and he's glowing green.
I bring you love. Love.
I bring you love.
The Instagram thing where it was like, what name is your but Simpsons character is your name? Mine's was the Mr. Burns coming out of the forest, funnily enough.
That's so funny. There we go.
Coincidentally.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think conspiracy.
I bring you love. Jesus.
Living in the power plant for all these years has given me a healthy glow.
Are you guys excited for Breath of the Wild 2?
At the end. We'll close with that.
We're so excited. We're going to wait.
So excited, we're going to wait.
What did you think of the weapon system? Because some people, this ruined the game for them.
No, I liked it.
Well, fuck them then.
I liked it too. For those of you that don't know, all the weapons that you pick up in Breath of the Wild, except for the Master Sword, but that runs out of energy. You have to wait for that to recharge.
10-minute regeneration, yeah.
It's not 10 minutes, it's like 2 minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
It's not 10 minutes.
Okay, fine then, JJ.
No, I'm just saying.
I've been really nice to you for this whole series, and these passive-aggressive comments coming through, mate.
Whole
okay?
series? Hang on. It's not passive-aggressive. I was saying it to your face, honey.
Honey?
Come here, babes. I say it to your face, babes.
You're both perverts, it's fine.
There's no coming back from calling somebody a pervert. No. That's it.
There's no coming back from calling someone a
pervert.
I'm not. That's what a pervert would say. Yeah, I like the weapon system because I find with a lot of RPG style games, as soon as you find like a good high damage weapon, then you just start owning everyone with it. Like the game becomes quite easy, whereas in this, you know what I mean, you get a few kills with it and it breaks. So
I love the weapon system so much. Dom, who we were talking about earlier, we both completed the game in like different ways. So he was wearing the Tunic of the Wild, he was wearing the Top Gear, and he had the Master Sword. And I got really attached to the Lysol Tri Boomerang.
Oh yeah.
Because it was the most powerful.
Yeah.
It was the most powerful boomerang in the game, and like, obviously you could throw it, but it would come back, and you could catch it, and you just felt pretty badass doing it. So I said, I'm gonna kill Ganon with nothing but Lysol Tri Boomerangs. So I was wearing the barbarian armor, had all these boomerangs going. I had a Lionel shield, and I was just like, come on, get him, bring it on. It was sick.
And did you do it?
But the thing is, he's such a big target that a lot of them dropped. So for most of the boss, I was throwing him at him and then running around and picking him up.
Back up again, yeah.
But I went on a hunt, so I got something like 15 Lysol tri-boomerangs in my inventory, and then the Master Sword, which I didn't use.
Well, I came in like fucking a Jedi, man. That was my full thing when I came in, like all powerful, man. Got super powerful. I had my climbing gear on, but then rather than the bandana, I had like the fucking the cloak you can get with the hood.
Oh yeah.
I had that, like the one you can get right at the start.
The Hylian tunic hood.
Got that. Dyed it bright white. Came in with a Master Sword, man, like walking through with this like bright white like hood up, man, like just not even like running about, just because by this point I was like so high level, I was just like walking through the castle, man, just like deflecting shots and all that. Like,
nice.
Felt great.
I just rocked up as I do to most games, not knowing half the controls and just hoping it goes okay. Completely unprepared.
Adam showed up to it with holding a chicken.
I chucked the chicken at him.
Threw it at him.
I tried diplomacy first, but
he went out and found the mop.
Yeah, I found Mother Hen.
Coming on, you big pig.
Do you reckon someone's actually done that, using chickens to defeat Ganon?
No, I watched a video of it. You can't do it. See, when the cutscene when you fall down the hole, it doesn't bring the chicken with you.
It doesn't bring the chicken.
Oh,
that's upsetting.
I saw someone manage to take a chicken the full way to Ganon though, like through the castle.
the Kaylee cuckoos.
I don't mind that the weapons break though. It's all part of the exploration, the scavenging for items, and
it adds some stakes.
Different level of difficulty, or stakes.
Stakes, definitely, yeah.
Rather than just as you said, just slay and shit.
You save your best weapon for the because like there's always gonna be somebody tougher than a few bokoblins,
Yeah, well, it's when you end up like in a big fight, a lot of enemies, man. Your weapons break and you're running out of arrows, man. It's tense.
Yeah, it does get tense.
It is tense,
and you think, oh fuck, I haven't saved for 10 hours or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I used to do on Skyrim. I used to forget to save for so long on Skyrim, and then I would die, and then it would throw me back. Like,
yeah, that used to be really annoying.
So upsetting.
Resident Evil 2 remake, man, I found that really annoying. I really like the game, man, but see, because it doesn't autosave.
No, it doesn't. You have to find your typewriters.
Typewriters, yeah. You have to like manually save whenever you want to save, and it's quite a hard game in terms of like resource management.
Yeah.
With bullets and stuff like that, so it was annoying. Like, a lot of the time you're just having to run past the enemies and shit.
Have you guys got the DLCs?
I got the one with the motorbike. I got that one, the one with the cool motorbike.
I don't have any DLCs.
Oh, you got to get them. It'll get you back into the game.
I will. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I might get it, don't know.
Master mode is horrific. All the enemies regenerate their health.
It doesn't fill me with much joy thinking about that. Seeing how much I struggle with just normal mode.
Yeah.
I think I might snap my Switch in half.
They're more powerful, they regenerate. There is, like I said, there's a Lionel on the Great Plateau as soon as you start the game. And there's gold Lionels as well.
That would put me off. That is terrifying.
Mate, it's scary stuff. Any final thoughts before we move on to a quiz, boysies?
Oh, we've got, is there a quiz?
Woo!
Oh, no then, I didn't know we had a quiz.
You didn't read the thing.
From this book, ladies and gentlemen at home, I'm holding up a Zelda book right now.
JJ is currently holding a leather-bound Zelda book. He writes all his dirty little secrets in.
Adam's a dillweed. How'd that get in there?
And this notebook is where JJ plots against Jeff Bezos.
Yep. How dare you not give me a job?
It's all in paper, so he can't find me.
There's no paper trail on the paper.
I'm going off the grid.
Opens Legend of Zelda.
Yep, and you get a ring at the door, and they've delivered you your new Zelda game from Amazon. Oh shit, they found me.
It's Bezos himself.
Yeah, delivering you Breath of the Wild 2 ahead of schedule.
And a bullet. It just leaves it sitting with like a bullet on top of it with your name etched into it.
Oh no, yeah, the bullet on top, and then when I go see him with a gun, I'll just go, returning to sender.
Ha! Love it. Somebody make that movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are not intending to kill Jeff Bezos. If the police are listening, we're not.
No.
It wasn't us, okay?
Right, we're not. Wink, wink.
It was our friends over at a different podcast.
Wink, wink.
Joe Rogan.
It was Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's killing Jeff Bezos.
Our close friend, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh my god, could you imagine if we were friends with Joe Rogan?
No.
Imagine how much easier this would be.
Yeah.
Imagine the fact we'd probably also make money.
Oh man, don't remind me.
Okay, so are we ready for a bit of a Zelda quiz?
Adam, what's your quiz name? What's your quiz team name?
What's your quiz team name? Zelda themed.
Jesus, okay. Oh man.
Do it. Try it.
I can't think of one at the moment. Give me one. Zelda themed.
I can give you 4, but none of them are Zelda themed.
Okay, well give me one and I'll make it Zelda themed.
Quizlamic extremists.
Yep, I'm the quiz. No, I'm not doing that one.
Quiz on my tits.
Quiz on my tits. Yep.
Quiz on my tits is a good
I'll
one.
do that. I'll be quiz on my tits.
Quiz Tima Aguilera.
Oh, that's pretty good. Quiz on my tits.
Okay, I'll be Quizlamic extremists.
And I'll be a try hard force. Now.
Nice.
Right.
Zelda adorns a green cap and tunic of different variations between each game. True or false?
False.
True.
You said Zelda, you didn't say Link.
It's false!
I wasn't
Zelda
listening.
doesn't wear a green cap and tunic, does she?
Straight
It said
away.
Zelda.
Oh man.
Yeah, boy, I got it. Right. Looks like the Han Solo of the group is pulling ahead.
Pulling
dear.
ahead.
Oh well.
Who is the original creator of Zelda?
Miyamoto.
Yeah, it's something like Satoshi, because it's always Satoshi.
Miyamoto something. I can't remember the other part of that, but Miyamoto.
Satoshi Miyamoto.
Do you know what? Because Josh got in there with Miyamoto first.
Yes.
You'll get the point for that one. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Shigeru.
That was it. 2 points. I nearly I don't know why I knew that. It was just in my head.
Loser of this quiz, by the way, has to host the next quiz and make it.
Looks like you're hosting the next quiz, Adam.
Okay, and next episode's the Pokemon quiz, everyone.
Is it? Are we doing Pokemon
Is
next
it?
week?
Are we doing Pokemon next week?
No, we're not doing Pokemon next week.
We'll decide at a later date.
I reckon we should. I wish we should do Hollow Knight next week because I got buzzed about that.
I reckon you should shut up and get on with the quiz.
What is the name of Zelda's female guardian? Ava, Impa, or Navi?
Impa.
Oh, because I know who Navi is.
Uznavi.
Navi's the little thing. No, that's not us. It was Navi.
Hyrule
Impa. I'm going to go with it. Impa. I'm going with
Yeah,
Impa.
you're both right there. 1 point each.
Yes, thank you.
Navi's the little fucking fairy thing that follows Link around.
Congratulations. Yeah. Navi's the annoying. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
From Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Ganondorf belongs to what race of people in Hyrule?
The Gerudo.
Josh was in there first. There's a point. Well done, Josh.
It's the Gerudo.
Why do I know so much about this?
It's because you're a fan.
But
He
like,
spends all his life trying to convince people he's really, really cool, but actually he's the saddest of us all.
Geekdom. Turn to the dark side.
this information is stuff that I've never looked up. It's just like there.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
4-1 anyway.
I'm getting
to
so
me.
fit, doing the cut, doing all my protein and shit, and I fucking love Zelda.
It's the duality of man. Okay.
See, I would wear a Zelda vest to the gym if any of our lovely listeners wants to get me one.
I'd wear a Zelda cap to the gym. Not a Link cap.
Did you bring your master sword?
I'm always bringing my Master Sword.
My Master Sword's attached, so
Master Pork Sword. Farosh is one of the spirit dragons in Breath of the Wild, but what element do they possess?
Air.
I'm going to say lightning.
Adam, you are being
Whooped.
wiped the floor
I'm
with.
being whooped.
Whipped the floor with.
I feel like in the 10 minutes where I was trying to find some new headphones and wrestling my dog back to the house.
You
I
lost
feel like,
all your sense of Zelda.
No, I feel like you've told him the answers.
It hasn't, but I love the fact
Why?
I'm the one.
Why would I do that? Alright, Josh, here's all the answers.
I'm the one guy here that's done no research at all for
For 10 episodes.
It's
And he's
amazing.
10 full episodes. I've done no research.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna do something a bit cheeky with this next question, okay?
The answer's Ganondorf.
Oh no.
What change caused outrage amongst fans when Twilight Princess was re-released for the Wii?
Is it something to do? Oh,
I feel like he does know it. I feel like he
I
knows.
do. Like, it's in there. Like,
Look at it. His face is so stressed right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I've watched a
He's,
video
like,
about it.
wide-eyed and all red.
I can't remember if it's something like gameplay or whether it's like something.
I know that the Breath of the Wild was the first one for him not to have a hat. So, but is it something to do with the hat? Do they give him a different shape or a different shade, or did he?
No,
like,
I'll let you keep guessing.
Did he?
But no, it's not.
Give us a clue.
You were on the right lines. It's somehow both a character trait and gameplay related.
Did they allow you to use your nunchuck and punch people?
No.
Ah, that's a shame.
That would have been that would have been sick.
That would have been so cool. Imagine that.
The little pop.
something to do with a mad wolf. Something to do with that.
So in the Wii version of Twilight Princess, Link was no longer left-handed.
Was that because most people would hold their Wii controller in their right?
Yes.
Yes.
You can have 2 points for that.
What are you left-handed? But are any of you boys left-handed?
No, man, I'm a normal person.
I'm left-handed.
Sometimes.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, they flipped the whole game, so they mirrored it, so it was completely the other way around. So
mirror mode.
The map was reversed.
That must have been really frustrating as if you played it as a kid and then went back and then it's just the backwards
I know where
game.
I'm going. Oh my god! Yeah. Like an Englishman going to France and they have to ride on the other side of the road. Like, oh my god.
Is there any more questions?
No, that's it. So, congratulations.
I won then.
That one.
Thank you very much.
6-3.
Thank you for a good quiz, mate. Well done.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
What do we want with Breath of the Wild 2? What do we want?
More thick Zelda.
Yeah,
Well,
a
we're
bit
getting
more
that.
Zelda.
We know we're getting that from the trailer. We know we're getting Zelda from the trailer.
I'd like to explore the sections of the map that, especially the north and the west, there's no sea. So I'd like to be pushed further out that way, and I'd like more islands as you go outwards to the seaside.
I'd like a new map. I think it would be a shame if it was the same map.
I feel like from the trailer, because they Hyrule Castle like rises out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably going to be a lot of underground exploration.
That would be fun.
All right, okay. Big, massive underground caverns would be cool,
Yeah,
but
like an
massive
underground
ones.
civilization, and
That'd be cool.
Maybe a digging mechanic. What about a digging mechanic?
Well, Link's got a green. We know he's got a green glowing hand, so I don't know what he's going to do with that.
He's the new Inquisitor.
Oh, nice, Dragon Age. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Actually, it did look really similar.
The map in Breath of the Wild, though, is 1.5 times bigger than Skyrim. It's huge anyway.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry, what the fuck is that, Josh? He's pulling a face at me. I'll just shut up. I know I don't know anything, so I'm just going to be quiet now. I'm not going to say anything to the end of the episode.
They might pull a Wind Waker, and you can go to islands and shit on a boat. Or in a plane!
What I want more than anything is either play as Zelda or somebody else is able to be Zelda. So either 2-player, but I want somebody to be able to play as Zelda. That's what I want.
I would like more cool powers. I think it's because I've been watching Avatar.
I think that's coming.
I don't know, I'd like the ability to like wingsuit. You know how you had like the parachute kind of thing? Like the glider? I'd like a wingsuit, like flying. A flying mechanic.
Maybe they've hinted towards that with a lot of the machinery stuff. Maybe you could have like a bike that you like a pedal system or something.
That'd be cool.
Like a Da Vinci-esque.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Not like a gliding mechanic, like a flying mechanic.
Or some awesome creatures that you can fly on, like an avatar. Like
that'd be cool, like a big pterodactyl.
Yeah, like a pterodactyl or something like that. Maybe there's an invasion of like.
Well, they ride on a big in the trailer. They ride on a big. He's like a rhino or something, and he's carrying all Zelda and Link's gear. So I wonder if like a portable base would be a cool thing.
That would be fun.
Yeah. I dropped my mic. Hold on.
Oh no.
It's okay. Fix that.
Breath of the Wild. What we rating it?
10 out of 10 for me. My first 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Definitely a 10 out of 10. It is an excellent game. It's beautifully made. It's stunning. It's interesting. I'm glad it's unanimously a 10 out of 10.
It makes me hard thinking about it.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's a shame because I thought when it came out, I was like, oh man, so many games are gonna like take leaves out of their book, and they haven't.
One game did, and it got panned for it. one game, and it was basically a clone of it. It came out for the Switch, and it was basically a Breath of the Wild clone. But like they never ever referenced it, did it? And like somebody, basically the gaming community called them out, and then the game like barely sold anything because of it.
Well, there we go.
What about Horizon Zero Dawn, though? What would you say? How would you compare it to this?
Horizon Zero Dawn, that was made at the same time, so...
I know it's made at the same time, but they're very similar games. We'll talk about that another time.
Well, it's been a pleasure. That's 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Yeah, we made it 10 whole weeks.
Which has felt like 10 years in lockdown. Thank you so much for everyone to listen up to this point. We're extremely grateful.
We love you guys.
Don't forget to send us an email at the Bro You Haven't Pod.
Follow us on Instagram at Bro You Haven't Pod.
Follow us on Twitter at Bro You Haven't Pod.
Much love, bitches. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Love.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye, Rule. Thank you for listening to that episode of the Bro You Haven't podcast. We are calling that the end of season 1. We're going to take a break for a few weeks, but before that, we just wanted to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone that's listening. It really means a lot to us to know that we have such a lovely audience. So yeah, just a massive thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Bro You Haven't Pod, and we will see you very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.